Good day, everybody, and welcome to my first ever video of this kind. This is my first video where I actually get to represent the game Archage. I'm going to be promoting it to you guys today. If you would like to play it, no, I'm only joking. This is actually the team introduction for my Litheo League campaign. If you guys don't know what the Litheo League is, you should check out the links in the description because it will have their Twitter page and their YouTube account. A couple of good YouTubers to watch if you want to see previous Litheo campaigns are Anima and Xenon. Their channels will be in the description as well because I'm just a nice guy like that. And I would very much like you to watch their content because they are brilliant. Brillianto. If you like me and you're on this channel and you don't know them, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, quite frankly, to be honest. Friend. Right, I'm going to mute these system sounds real quick because I've been getting a lot of problems with system sounds not mixing well with my mic today. And I have had to record this thrice now. Well, actually, I recorded it once yesterday, and I tried to record it once today. And now I'm doing it again, third time's a charm and all that jazz. But yeah, basically, the Litheo League is kind of what it sounds like. It is a league, 8 gyms, 4 elite. 4 members, obviously, and a champion. The champion this year is Xenon. He won the last season, actually, not last year. It is not a yearly thing, it's a seasonal thing. I think it's 4 or 5 times a year. I'm not really sure, though. Yeah, so he won the last season. He is the champion. He dethroned the former champion. Each gym has either a type. Actually, I think the gym leaders just have types that they specialize in, whereas the Elite Four can have themes, you know, like an all-blue team or a trick room team, that kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure the gym leaders are just types. Some are double battles, though, and long-time subscribers will know I've got a small amount of experience with doubles. I had a double series for a while. I was a massive scrub at doubles at the time. I haven't really improved much since. So any double battles will definitely have us at somewhat of a disadvantage. We'll have a bit of a handicap there, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to battle our way through, trying to make double strategies with the team that we have picked on the fly, you know, just to try and come up with things we think might counter. Say there is a doubles water gym, for instance. So we will have to come up with a good strategy that utilizes maybe electric types. You know, with discharge, maybe electric and some ground types as well. I don't know. Actually, that is moot somewhat because we only have one ground type and 1 electric type. So we're much more limited than I'm making it sound in our strategy choice. Yeah. So let us get on to the team. Basically, what happens with the team is as long as the Pokemon is not Smogon Ubers, as long as it is not a legendary or Smogon Ubers, then you can use it. Standard clauses are in effect, items clause, sleep clause. I believe that swag play and things are banned as well. Damn right! Yeah, so let me just show you the team. Obviously, we had to go for Team Captain Scizor here. Hello. Needed to be done. Scizor is mainly going to be an offensive presence, but occasionally, depending on the opponent and depending on the rest of the roles that the rest of the team members are filling, I may want him to be especially defensive, especially with the screen support from Klefki here. He can make a lot of use, especially when Mega'd, out of his special defense stat. He can, if the situation is right, he can take some fire hits quite nicely and get an advantageous move off, whether it be a Tailwind or maybe a Baton Pass. Just to play an old bullet punch, you know, there are a lot of roles Scizor can fill, and obviously he's got to represent. I've got to have Scizor in the team. For a competition like this, how can I not, really? Electros is mon number 2, and the reason I picked Electros is because when I was making the team, I knew that I wanted to be able to Volt Turn. I knew that I wanted, if I felt like it was going to be really crucial to me to keep that momentum going, to keep that switch momentum initiative going, then I knew that I wanted to be able to Volt Turn. So, with only 2 before Electros potential U-Turners, I wanted some Volt Switch action as well, because Volt Switch can be so nice, because, in my opinion, because of its typing, it has more scope to do more damage to things, so maybe I'm just being a scrub here. And the fact that it's basically a special version of U-Turn as well gives me that variety. I can hopefully put dents in walls whilst gaining an initiative as well. And plus Electros has some really nice strategies. It works really well with Assault Vest. Assault Vest, Gastro Acid, Volt Switch, not Gastro Acid, sorry, Acid Spray. Get that special defense on a potential check or counter to -2. Volt Switch out of there. Hopefully be able to take a hit moderately well, and then later on we can maybe heal up with Vaporeon anyway if we do take some damage, and we can hopefully force our opponent to switch with a combination of, you know, acid sprays and Volt Switch damage, that kind of thing, gain some more momentum, even more momentum than the Volt Switch momentum. As well, I will also like to be running a couple of mix sets. I've got a couple of mix sets for Electros, mainly featuring Coil and Zap Cannon with Giga Drain, Drain Punch, or Flamethrower, that kind of thing, depending on the opponent I'm facing. We have Klefki. Klefki is not going to be running any of those bullshit sets. It's going to be screen support, or offensive. I may actually bring out the offensive one. Captain Klefki actually had this really nice Calm Mind Iron Defense set that when used under the right situation can be nigh unkillable with leftovers, and Draining Kiss as well. Draining Kiss. That's right, friends. Yes. It was evil. I'm pretty sure it took out about 5 mon on my team before I managed to take it down. Or did I win that battle? Did I win that battle? I'll have to look back on the archives of Batteru. Yeah, so Klefki is going to be having Rain Dance quite often, screens more often than not, occasionally Thunderwave. Maybe Spikes if I feel the hazards will be advantageous depending on the opponent. You know, if the opponent is running a type that is likely to have a lot of grounded mon, possibly. Vaporeon. Now, you may think standard Vaporeon.jpg, but more often than not, I'm looking to be running an offensive variant of Vaporeon, either Assault Vest or Choice Specs. The same sort of set I was running in the Fairy Tail Strongest Team session I did with Frito, the Juvia's set. But again, depending on team structure and the opponent we're facing, we may have Rain Dance, Heal Bell, Wish, Protect, and Scald. In a combination of those anyway, depending on the situation. 4 out of those 5 anyway. Swampert is always going to be Mega. That's why the Swampert is the only item that is actually input there. Because he's always going to be a Mega Swampert. If he's on the team, he's a Mega. I want him to punch holes. Even if he doesn't have Swift Swim, we do have potential Tailwind setters. We have... potential Thunderwave spreaders, so there is every potential for Swampert to outspeed things anyway. It is naturally quite bulky, it can take a few hits as long as it's not grass, and it can deal some huge damage with that insane attack stat. So yeah, Mega Swampert, the only way for me. Infernape is here because I really wanted a fire type, I really wanted speed, and I wanted again to be able to U-turn, but I also wanted the opportunity to set up rocks. The only other thing on the team that gets rocks is Swampert, and I don't really want to waste a Mega Swampert's move slot with rocks. So Infernape is basically the only rock setter. Dependent again on the situation, he'll either be something like Expert Belt, Focus Sash, or the thing. Expert Belt, Focus Sash, or Life Orb maybe. Usually with U-turn, Mark Punch, maybe Taunt, and Flare Blitz, or a special move maybe like Overheat or Flamethrower, just to go down that mixed route, depends on the opponent once again. Because that is the beautiful thing about the Litheo League. If I forgot to mention, you have a team of 7 and you pull 6 of those Pokemon for every battle. Obviously, because you can't take 7. How intense would that be though, a 7? But I might try and see if I can have a 7 Pokemon battle in like a custom game on Showdown. That would be awesome sauce. Anyway, yes, I digress. Where was I? Something about things. Anyway, yeah, that's Infernape. And the 7th member of the... Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I was explaining. And I have these 7 Pokemon for the entirety of my Litheo challenge, but I am allowed to change which version of that mon it is. I can change the ability, the sets, you know, as long as they're legal, I can change the sets, the EVs, the ability, the name, whatever I want. I can make it shiny, make it not shiny. It's all good in the hood. Now, I can't actually show you the 7th mon on the team just yet because there's not enough room for Amoonguss right there. He's just kind of hiding. There's not much room for Amoonguss. He's just hiding away at the bottom there, just chilling. So let me just jump onto the other screen real quick. Yeah, and here is Amoonguss. Now, Amoonguss is mainly going to come into his own in any double battles we may have to have, because I know there are at least 2 gym leaders that like to use the doubles format, and I think at least 1 Elite Four member as well. So in that situation, we're going to have Rage Powder in place of Gastro Acid, but I'll be running Gastro Acid because I really like the idea of nullifying abilities. Can you imagine predicting a counter switch where the ability is really integral, getting that Gastro Acid off, and bam, no more ability. Like no more Swift Swim on a Swampert, for instance. How badass. Either force a switch, or you can outspeed and get some serious damage off. Then Standard Spore, obviously Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, that is just away with the Generator because who uses Effect Spore. 99 times out of 100, it is going to be Black Sludge. I can't foresee wanting to put another item on this thing. Occasionally I run Rocky Helmet, but I don't really want to be doing that this time, honestly. So yeah, that is the team, guys. Let me know what you think of the Litheo League. Let me know if you're excited to see my attempt. At the time of recording, we have about 7 days to get 8 badges, but I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to record the first battle for at least 4 days. So we're going to have about 3 days to get 8 badges, maybe less. Maybe less. And the reason for that, I'm going to record an update video soon and get that up to you guys, explaining why the channel has been so slow, why Xenoverse, well, Road to the Xenoverse has been put on hold, why I haven't done any battles, that kind of thing. There's been a lot going on, a lot of bad things, computer problems and life problems. But I'm hoping to start uploading again regularly, really soon. Thank you guys for sticking around and being awesome. But yeah, so basically I will explain all that in another video. But I had a point and I was making it in the point. Yeah, so at the time of recording, we have about 7 days to earn all of our badges, but it's looking like we may not actually get 7 days. We may actually have about 3, maybe 2. So if it comes to the point where we know we're not going to get all 8 badges, because it's going to be hard to get all of those 8 gym leaders to be available at once. So if it looks like it's going to be impossible to get all 8 available before the time runs out, we're just going to upload anyway. We're going to upload and have fun with the battles, have fun with the uploads, because they're going to be intense battles. These trainers, I've seen them battle before in other people's campaigns, and they are intense. I'm not saying that they're unbeatable, but it's going to be a challenge. It's definitely going to be a challenge. And I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are looking forward to it, let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for being so patient with the uploads, and I love you all, and goodbye. Bye.